I apply strategies for finding area and perimeter? How do I apply strategies for finding area and perimeter? Let's go, Lindsay. Good idea. Your math message, find the area and perimeter of this rectangle. It's an 11-foot by 3-foot rectangle. Draw that rectangle, 11 by 3. Okay. Jasmine, I think you're missing something. Oh, is it over there? Okay. And I know I did it to you yesterday, so let's try to work on making your showing what in one area and then presenting the answer. Okay, because I did the same thing to you yesterday, didn't I? Yeah. You're missing something. Oh, no, I can. You're ready to go. Ava's ready to go. Lily's ready to go. Alex, there we go. Mason's ready to go. Missing something. All right, how do we solve that area and perimeter? We got an 11-foot rectangle by a 3-foot rectangle. Let's look at perimeter first. Perimeter first. What's your numbers in it, twin?
11 plus 11 plus 3 plus 3.
11 plus 11 plus 3 plus 3. Do you agree or disagree? Fantastic, we're all making the same sign. Tabitha, if you agreed, what did you find your perimeter to be?
I got my perimeter as 28.
28 what?
Square feet.
28 square feet. Do you agree or disagree? Some different signs. Abby, why do you disagree?
Because you don't use the square, you only use feet.
Oh, you don't use the square on this one. So what was your answer?
28 feet.
28 feet. Do you agree or disagree with Abby? Good. Tabitha, the only thing you added was you added your squares, and we're going to do that in just a second. Perimeter for our rectangle, 28 feet. What's the formula that I need to solve the area? Bobby, go ahead.
The area, length plus, length times times width.
Length times width. So what number sentence did you create?
I did 11 feet times 3 feet equals 30 feet, 33 feet squared.
33 feet squared is what Bobby says. Do you agree or disagree? Oh, I love it when we have the same sign. Pat on the back, because if we're all making the same sign, we all must have done it the right way. 33 square feet is your area for an 11 by 3 rectangle. So we have those basics. How many times though are mom or dad or me or Miss Clay gonna walk up to you and say, hey, do you see that square over there? What's the perimeter of that square?
No.
Like never, right?
You have to measure it.
Yeah, you have to measure, that's a good point. And you might not have the resources on you to do that.
Okay.
Right. Today let's look at how we can use this a little bit more closely in our own lives. Something that makes better sense. Sure, there's going to be times where I show you a shape and say, what's the distance around that space? How much is that covering? But what we want to see is, I'm in a problem and I'm going to fix this problem by using what I already know. Okay? Let's look back at our noticings from yesterday. Sydney, I'm going to ask you to just squeeze just a second so I don't fall over your toes. So we read spaghetti meatballs yesterday. Sorry. Everybody remember? Do we need a refresher? And Macy, Kennedy, you guys were out. So I need like a 2-sentence summary of what happened. McKenna.
Well, they decided to have a feast, and so they called everyone up, and the total was 32 people were coming, but counting the Mrs. Comfort and Mr. Comfort would be 34, and then everyone started showing up, but too many people were coming, and Mrs. Comfort tried to say that they were losing 2 seats and it wouldn't work, but her plan was different. But no one listened, they were all too busy, and then in the end, they worked it all out and made 1 table with 4 seats at each.
Okay. Kendall, I think, disagreed with one thing you said. How many total people were going to be at the party?
32.
32.
Counting Mr. Comfort.
Okay, so there's 32 people total that are going to a dinner party. They're all going to eat spaghetti and meatballs. Okay? Macy, Kennedy, I know you guys were out, but what they want to do is they all wanted to sit together, but more people kept showing up. More people kept showing up. Okay? How can we use that? Tell me the problem that Mr. and Mrs. Comfort faced throughout the day. What was the problem? Jazz.
Well, when they invited people, those people invited different people to come, and they all wanted to sit together, and but every time they sat together, these 2 chairs off the table,
Okay.
and so there wouldn't be enough room for everybody to sit.
Right. Every time they would add tables, they would lose spots for their friends. But they didn't want to leave anybody out. So what they had to put their heads together and do is create one large seating plan. What I want you to do today is to help them create a seating plan. We know in our brains that all 32 people could fit at a whole bunch of different tables spread out. We could all fit in this room. What we want is we want to see the configuration, or we want to see the makeup of one large table that will fit all 32 people there. And your challenge today is to figure out how many little tables we need to push together and in what arrangement to make sure that everybody has a spot. We're going to go with the same number of people. We're going to say that there's 32 people that are still going to this party. And I want you to create a rectangular seating arrangement. One person's seating arrangement might look different from another person's. That's okay. There might be 5, 10, 15 strategies you could use to get there. How you do it is your choice. But we'll put it back in what we're doing and think about it 4th grade level, and we'll say, after you figure out a spot for everybody, tell me what the area and the perimeter is of that rectangle. So you might need to sketch some designs in your notebook and say, well, if one person goes here, one person goes down. Show me what your area and perimeter are. After you find one, see if you can find another one. How many people need to fit at the party? Like 32. You have an endless number of smaller tables to use, but only 4 people can sit at those tables because all of your tables look like little squares. So push all of your little squares together to be one big rectangle. I'm going to split you into 3 groups, put you on different parts of the room. As you work within your group, you'll have your own expectations. Everybody will have your chart. Make sure you keep your voice level closer to 1 to 2 so that what you do at your table doesn't interfere with what somebody else does at their table, okay? I'll have a group working at the carpet too. Those of you that are at the carpet, make sure you try to sit up as tall as you can, just so that I don't trip. Okay. Questions, comments on your job? Abby?
So we're just gonna arrange seats for all the people.
You need to arrange seats for all the people. How many people do you need to arrange seats for? 32 people total. Do you think that's gonna be your area or your perimeter? That. Perimeter. Let's do checklists and then I'll break you. I'm gonna put my arrow somewhere right in between these two. Because you need a little bit more than a whisper, but not quite the full on two. Yes, you may. I'm gonna stop by with each of you, and then if you need me, just raise your hand. Talk to friends. What voice level though? 1, 2-ish. Work around the room. I gotta say yes, because some kiddos will be at the carpet. Others are gonna be at the table. You may pick your spots at your tables. We don't need scissors today. We don't need glue yet. I'm gonna say no to colored pencils unless you need to say, hey, this isn't working for me. I need them. Prove me your strategy, and I'll agree with you. It's all gonna be in your notebook. I would love it if you organize your notes so that I can see your work being shown and your table arrangements. I know I stopped to a few of you when we discussed your notebook. T-chart if you need to. Split your notebook in half, whatever you need to do so that it's organized, but I need to see your work. I need to see how you found your area and how you found your perimeter, okay? And then I'll have a meeting with each group before we get started. Zach, I want you and Landon and Yusuf, Alex, Lane, Quinn, you guys stay at the carpet, okay? Keegan and Kaden, you guys are good there. Kennedy, will you go towards the boys on that side? I'm going to send you with some girls too. Tabitha, Alyssa, Sydney, will you meet me at Hurricanes and Stars table? Okay. If you don't have a spot at the carpet and you don't have a spot at Stars or Hurricanes, come on over to Kings or Blackhawks. If we need to pull seats up, you can. Somebody can use my stool if necessary. Stars and Hurricanes, go ahead and try to figure out one table arrangement right now. If you need to work together right now, you may, and I'll be there in just a second. Gentlemen, if you work together, I'm going to challenge you. In that case, arrange. Or arrangements. Did you have your goal? How much time do we have? About 15 minutes.
Yeah, we can do this. 15, 20.
Okay. So, it's like, so like, we should like have one table and then like 2 chairs here. We have a table like here or something. So we can like have first 4 chairs.
We need 4 arrangements.
Okay, we can like put 1 chair or 1 chair equals 30. So we're just going to put in the tables. 4 people.
Oh, wait, yeah.
There has to be 1 table.
Why did the table put together? Which one's on it? All we have to put together. We don't have to. You have to figure out how many seats we need, how many tables we need. I'm just checking. Tables or chairs? This is one table. This is one whole table. And then we're going to need 5 chairs in here. And 11 chairs in here. Because that's the number they're using. We can only have that. We're going to have 5. So, Sarah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Wait, so is it going to be 5 down?
Yeah.
5 down. Guys, how do you want to draw a seat?
Tiny blocks. Like book.
Okay.
So there are
Draw me that. Show me.
which makes there's 32. And 11. So you have to randomly here.
Wait, there's going to be 11 chairs that way.
Around.
Okay.
Maybe we can just draw. Because we know one side's that side. Get a ruler.
You can do it. So 11. Okay, so we draw all around or?
I'm doing chairs. We're doing benches. We're gonna. You said stairs. I know. You only need to do it for 2 sides.
If you do it only on
Hey, I made a big seat in the bench for a fat person. These two fat.
Okay, I can just ran up like that.
Look, you're in our group. Okay. So, in 11. Yeah, but we have to do 4 so we're not even done. I have some other fat seats. I have some other fat seats. Your logo to be able to
Okay. How are you going to make a table of 16? Oh. Try that out though. Draw your big table with 16 boxes. And then how many people have chairs?
Times the width.
We're not measuring you at least.
Kendall, are all of your people sitting at the same table right now? Okay, we need them all to be at one table. So that would work. That strategy right there would work. Now what if none of them want their backs turned to somebody and they want to talk to them?
No, he's gonna get in trouble. by 96.
Okay, how are you gonna put them in a group?
Okay, we're done.
Remember, we lose a chair.
I'm done with example.
Would this work if I
We lose 4
What if somebody needs to sit there and somebody needs to sit there? That's a spot at the table. How many are you sitting now? Everybody, we were on the right track. How can you adjust that thinking so that it fits on the
This is 6. 5 plus 1 is 6.
No.
6 plus 1, that means 36.
So we're not.
one?
And we can all write different things. Okay, we all think different things. We can all write different things.
How many people can sit there?
Oh, I'll go.
1, 2, 3, 4. I'm done.
Two people would set 1, 2, 3, 5 times 11 equals 55. So that is
Hold on. Now we have to multiply 5 times 11.
55 tables.
No, we have to see how much tables because all these are tables. There's one that they have.
The perimeter is 32. The area is tables. So 55 tables. Tables.
Tables like that.
Well, we could add something. It was made to add something.
Boom.
That's 9.
It's pretty easy. It's
Okay. Now the perimeter is 5.
Anyone need a marker?
5, 22, 10, 22.
Okay. 32. Okay, guys, let's move on to the next thing.
No. P equals 32.
Yes.
No, you gotta do the equation. You gotta do that.
You have to just copy notes. P equals 11 plus 11 plus
11.
5 plus 5
11
and then 2 plus 22 plus 55
Okay, everybody ready for number 2? I say number 2. Now let's go a little crazy on this.
Yeah.
He's good at it, so he knows crazy.
So you have 4 tables, right?
He hangs out with Will. I mean, not Will, I mean Lance. He hangs out with him. He knows crazy. Are you kidding me?
I have 32, but it doesn't fit.
Yeah, and then when you'll never be on the camera. You want to get him in the head.
Transfer that one in here. And then right? What are your measurements?
So can we see your table? Yeah. I figured it out. I figured it out.
Even if you point that camera at me, it won't even be able to see me. Disable. Even if you point that camera at me, it won't be able to see me. I'm standing.
8.
Mine's in my notebook. I know.
Which one's works better? Well, we're just gonna have to trace it back in.
It's the one in the
Your trade.
I gave you more.
You want to trade back?
So you would have to take one of my So where's my CLR? Okay. Where's my
Okay, let's stop. Here, I'll take mine.
It's 11 times 5. No, I think it's that one because I figured it out.
Yeah, I forgot. I have one on my foot.
I figured it out.
Go ahead, go.
Yeah. Only one person. I know.
I wonder if it could be like 5
Hey, Trevor, do you want green?
Yeah. Wait, no.
That's like
I have an idea.
Think of one rectangle. This and that. Think of one rectangle.
What?
Only put one person.
Giant one, yeah. You were the giant one.
Okay, so
I'm writing this one. Go get it. Only one person can sit down.
alright, so let's draw.
Nope, you can use as many tables as you need. You tell me how many tables you need. Only one person can sit on each side.
No. So what can make
Finish your question. I didn't.
8 can make 32 like something like what's the 8
Nope, they need to be one big rectangle. We know it'll work with 8 tables all together. What if somebody doesn't want to look at somebody else's back?
Yeah, that's
You want to look at their face? They might. Because these two people have their backs closed.
Oh my god.
This person's side and this person's back are
Your sock on the
Hey, Trevor, we're not kidding. We're gonna green.
I want it.
No thanks.
That's red.
It
looks red.
I mean, you need.
Me too. I can't believe it.
We can okay? So we're gonna have to
I can see green just fine.
I cannot tell dark colors with dark colors like black and brown. I can't know brown and black.
Oh, I'm horrible with my. I can't get my purples and blues.
If I
My
like
purples, blues, and
brown, red, and black, I'll say like black. But if it's just black,
No, people do not sit on me, but apparently blue. Over on black and purple. Over on black and purple.
yeah, that's blue.
Well, it was a big table.
It's like black and
like
purple.
this, and all the kids were fun. And there was a
So like you said, true mine.
Oh no, I did. What is this? No, that was mine. I got the 8 because a little dry right here.
Party, you want to switch?
It says mine. That was mine. I only need 3 more. Now we gotta eat that. I'm drawing a big square. No. I did have my own. Find it.
Create that rectangle.
This Wilkinson I did.
Tell me about. I see squares and circles, so tell me about your stress.
This is
If you have that 8x8, you have a spot for everybody. You have it out like this, so you found the 32 spots.
Just do 8 times 8, or 8 times 4.
To add the sides up, gotcha. Okay, that'd be really expensive. What was your other
Oh, this one
rectangle?
was 511.
Which one would be least expensive if you had to pay money to get those tables? Which one would be least expensive?
The one that, our first one
Why?
so far. Because
We used
D5 tables like this, we would use 64.
Yeah, this one's cheapest.
Did you find the one that's cheaper than that 5x11?
Yeah, I thought of one. I thought about like
Can we like
four tables separate for like 12.
Well, we know that in tables. How about if you create one table, but don't make it a rectangle? Maybe like a triangle? Maybe a Z? Try that. See what you can create that's not a rectangle.
Like it's right down.
You need that one in your notebook. Trevor, you create your 8x8 in your notebook. Get your 8x8 in your notebook, and then see if you can create a funny shape.
let's do a T. Wait. What's I don't know what you can do.
No, we're doing a Z. A Z. Or we can do something that's easier.
Wait. No, a U for
A B.
wait, T for T-bone. You know,
Yeah, but
T-dog.
yeah, but that one is 20
No, F for Let's do ask for spaghetti. We have to figure
Now we can ready. It'll take up 2 weeks. And that would be like
Okay, so we did our ABC.
I know.
That's 2 by 3. 2 by 2, right? That's 6. That's what means 6. That's what means 6.
That's one mess.
Just people that have lots of family members.
No, 6. I cleaned it. No, you did.
Good point.
We were doing real one. This is all you can fit in, right? Yeah. Or bigger.
Like that.
No, you are.
Ours
Okay, where is my
ours would be like that.
Oh, I know you can fit in. Wait,
You could put in this.
I said all you could fit there. No, it's not. Have a mouth. One like that. Small chance.
Did you get a 32?
Okay, so we add 1.
What size is
This
this?
is 9. 9 by 8.
Yeah, this is me.
Hey, Ben, this
What size is that?
Yeah,
It counted there, didn't it? 1, 2, 3. 9, does not count. Now we got this one.
And this is me in the future. Because he said, when he was working on it, basically you're going to be. Oh, it's a good thing my doctor said I'm 6 long like the rest of my friends. So, it's going to be me. It's going to be him.
Wait, switch on Bill. This will be. Hold on. This will be me.
They measured my bones.
You don't have to
They
draw.
measured my bones and it said like the rest of my family I'm not.
Which one? An L or a zigzag?
We're trying to figure it out.
Okay, you have about 30 seconds to wrap up your thinking.
Okay, then hold on a second.
8, 8, 8, 8. No.
I have an idea.
Wait, hold on. What's 3 times something that equals 32?
I found the way.
That is.
Wait,
Done. Seven.
Wait, hold on.
Wait,
4. 8. 9.
Daniel's always said,
Yeah.
8. Giant 8. No, it's 2. Oh, wait, hold on.
But we have to do the bottom.
Wait, hold on. Hey, I got this. Okay, I got it. 2. Guys, look. So, 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. So, 4.
So, wait.
I only got 26. I did that a little bit.
4.
No, that wouldn't work. That would
Yes, 8.
You do not get
8.
I get to do it now.
8.
Yes, it worked. Guys, it worked.
It worked. So 4 plus 4 is 6. And then 4 plus 4 again is 8. 4
Wait,
plus 4 again is 8.
This should be 4.
There's a problem with that.
4.
Look how much 8s you just made. 1 8 and 2 2. 4.
Okay, that's 186.
Are you finished drawing?
6, 4, 6, 7, 4.
You just got them both in your open speaking. Add them on down there.
Did it work? That works. That works right there. We did it. All of these put together. This is 6 4s. So 24 plus 8.
Wait, 1, 2, 3,
And that equals 8.
That's 7 4s.
Yeah, we did it. Yes.
That's, Will's got a point. It's only 7 4s.
Oh, it is?
Tabitha, your group come down to the carpet, please. I know you found your solution. No, wait, is that your marker? You take that. You can leave this. We'll put our supplies away. You can leave that in your table you need for your reflection. We can put our supplies away at the end. No, you can leave those there. We'll put it all the way at the end when we have our transition song.
Can we still solve? Or?
Yes. So we learned yesterday, we reviewed today, that the perimeter is the distance around a shape. Today, some of your distances were around bedrooms. Today, some of your distances were around tables. We know that area is the space inside of that shape or that object, whatever we're speaking of. My challenge to you through writing your reflection for this morning, create another situation or name another situation that you already know of where you have to use area and perimeter in your real life thinking. Think about a job you might know of, somebody that could use this information to help them every day with what they do. Your challenge though is if you are at the table, you can't use a restaurant person, or you can't say that you would have to find space for people at tables. If you were at the carpet, you can't use your idea. You need a new situation where it would work. Sometimes I have to use it every day in this room. I use it every day in this room. Some of you have been asking me to use that strategy every day this week.
Moving the tables around.
Find a spot where you can quietly write your reflection. Know that I would love to see a real example. So give me actual numbers to prove your thinking when you present your situation. You have about 10 minutes to write your reflection. Go somewhere where you can think quietly by yourself. Go.
Miss Wilkinson gave us
Sure. No, it can be outside.
We just figured it on the phone.
You good? Okay. Take care of your reflection and then we'll talk about that new one.
Every day, but it's every once in a while, or it's every once a year.
Once a year would work. Yep.
I don't know.
Title it reflection form. what math you would use. computer desk, keep it open to your page.